So nice. So very good afternoon, friends, and thank you so much for taking out time today in the afternoon. And this clearly shows that how determined you are towards the learning. And let me share with you. This is the time, very crucial time we all are going through. As WHO has said, the recently they said that after this pandemic, there will be another pandemic that is called the mental health pandemic. So keep yourself healthy and happy mentally, physically, and spiritually. So I'll be going to take you through the very important presentation today, and this presentation is all about artificial intelligence, the buzzword. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, what is Internet of Things, IOT. So these are the few terminologies I was also not aware earlier when I come across some of the people during my course which I did from IIT Mumbai on the artificial intelligence, and I had attended some of the international and national level of conferences which gave me a lot of deeper understanding what this each component is all about. However, this do not have very direct relationship with our field that is called the pharma sales or pharma training domain. But yes, as a professional, we must know about what are the things which are going on around and what are these things are going to become the changes and the or the disruption in the technology thing. So let me share with you, and this is a disclaimer that this presentation is what 97% I learned from the people and through various sources, and only just 3% of the collaboration on the curation of this entire content is mine, and the entire conceptualization is mine when I am going to take you through this presentation. So I would like to share a screen here. So okay. Okay, so hope you are able to see the screen. So before I take you to this, these terminologies, I would like to share with you one of the very good activity, and this activity comes from theater. What people are conducting a lot of theater activity, and the name of this activity is called Impro. I don't know whether you have heard about this activity or not. For just for 1 minute, I need one volunteer out of you. So anyone can volunteer, unmute it, and then volunteer.
Yeah, what is it, Pankaj? I can volunteer. Milind Mangle.
Yeah. So Milind, we will do, we will play this activity. This is called the Impro. So the idea is whenever we are conducting any session, just as an icebreaker or maybe at the beginning, we can use this activity just to bring up the participants, at the same platform. So I'll tell you one word, any word, and you need to spontaneously, do not even think about that what you should answer. You need to replicate and tell me another word which is similar of the same line.
Okay.
So let's play this. So I'll just share with you. The word is called lockdown.
Jail.
Okay. Corona.
COVID.
Okay. Doctors.
Healthcare professionals.
Policeman.
Judiciary.
Hygiene.
Cleanliness.
Okay. Hand wash.
Soap.
Okay. Nurses.
Healthcare professional. Paramedic staff. Paramedic staff.
Pandemic.
Widespread disease.
Very good. So, so this is what the activity when you put when you put your participants in front of you and you do this. So there will be the gelling of the participant happen, and when you see that the people are coming on the same platform. So this is just a the glimpse. The activity name is called Impro. A lot of theater people, they are doing this activity, and even that in the training program also we can implement this. Okay, so let me take you through the presentation. This is AI, machine learning, and IoT. So what is artificial intelligence? The concept is artificial intelligence is what can machine think? Can machine do the job as humans are doing? So this question was there, from last many years, which was keep on boggling the mind of, all this people, those who are in the field of technology and computer science. So artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science. Goal is to create a system where machine can work intelligently and independently like a humans are working. So now I'll going to share with you some of the things that this is what the prediction. All these, technological people, they have made the prediction that 2045 will be the year of singularity. And what is the singularity is what is the terminology is called when the man and machine is becoming one. If you see the developed countries, there are already, a lot of chips are already there, inserted into the finger while people are there. They can open the door, they can enter the office, they can go anywhere office. So this is what already they have initiated, some of the practices when it comes to the singularity. But this will be going to rule the world when it comes to the future of technology. So that is after this singularity, let us understand about this, the magic of, artificial intelligence. That is called the robot. Recently, I was invited to IIT Mumbai for their tech fest. In that tech fest, I have gone through, I have seen the robo thespian. Like Homo sapiens are there, so they have given the name as a robo thespian, who interacts like a human, who understands everything. So when somebody asks a question, he really replies like a human. So let me take you through this. So let me play my own video, which is there on my YouTube channel. This is what the robo thespian. And this was, the magical experience when you see the robo, and then when the anchor asks the simple question, how do you think about Mumbai? And the robo replies that I know the Marine Drive, I know the Amitabh Bachchan in Mumbai and other things. So this you can experience here.
Pankaj, we are not able to hear any voice from that video.
Okay.
Pankaj, you will have to remove the headphones. Unplug the headphone from your laptop. Hello, Pankaj. Hello, Pankaj. Hello, Pankaj.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Milind Mangle here. Remove your headphone from the laptop.
Yeah, already removed.
You have removed it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you put the headphone, then you can't hear.
Oh, no,
Increase the volume.
Yeah, volume is full. You are really not able to hear anything?
No, we are not able to hear anything.
No. We are not able to hear anything. Nothing.
YouTube links.
So
So I
still
think
not
we
able to
can
hear?
take the link and we can no we cannot. So I
Okay.
think we can take the link and we can hear it separately.
Okay. Yeah.
Pankaj, post the link in the chat. Post the link in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. So let me continue with the presentation. Okay. So what was the experience? The robot was able to mimic, robot was able to, answer the questions. And you can ask him anything and he was able to do whatever you command him, whatever you ask the robot to do. This is what the magic of AI. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is what we have seen in the the movie that is of Rajnikant's famous movie called Chitti. So this is the bit same experience. Even there was another competition which was going on called the Robo War, which was the war between the different robos, and people were playing. The people were gathered there from various countries. So this was the experience which I just wanted to share with you. This is the another thing that is called the Internet of Things. So this is different as compared to artificial intelligence. What happens in this Internet of Things, where all the devices at your home which are there, like your refrigerator, your fridge, your toaster, your juicer, your coffee maker, your car keys, and your mobile, they got integrated. Yeah. So what is the advantage of this? They sense with the help of sensor the information at the one platform. They gather the information and then they give you the resolution and the solution for whatever you wanted. So this is what the magic of Internet of Things. Another example, say for an example, in many of the countries, it depends upon the premium of an insurance when it comes to your car insurance or this. That is on the more you uses the clutches and the gears, and based upon that. So for example, if you are going to a shopping mall and if you have purchased the shampoo bottle for an example, and this shampoo bottle is about to empty, which is completely going to be finished after 1 month or so. So this shampoo bottle is having microchip, which sends the message to the server of this company. Whenever you go and visit another next time, the same shopping mall, there will be a message which will be shown. The person is standing in front of you, he also should buy a shampoo bottle or anything. This is what the magic of the Internet of Things. Another thing, for an example, if there is a traffic light which is there, which shows the three type of light: green, red, and yellow. If there is some accident happens, if these traffic lights are associated with each other with the sensor, so if there is some accident is there on one route, they will always convert the traffic to the another route. This is what the example of Internet of Things. Here I would like to show you here something with the one of the most important person here, who is Mark Zuckerberg, how he transformed his entire home based upon the IOT. So here, if the audio doesn't play, no problem, but you can actually view the important how things are happening at his home.
Is the video playing? I'm not able to see anything.
I think it's not playing.
The video is not yet playing yet.
Yes.
Is it not visible?
No, it's
no,
not
no.
visible. It's just buffering. Something.
But my side it is completely visible. Okay.
The screen is blank for us.
Yeah, it shows only buffering.
Pankaj, it depends on the bandwidth. Maybe from your side it's okay, but
Okay.
from
Okay.
us it's not good. Yeah.
Okay. So
Pankaj, you can just brief us what exactly is there in that video so that we can
yeah,
have some understanding on it.
Yeah, so what happened, his home is completely it integrated with the Internet of Things. The moment he need to wake up in the morning, he got a pop-up in the alarm, and everything happens. So by the time he is ready to about reach his office, everything is ready. His toaster, his coffee makers, and everything is handy. So whenever he is sitting with his family, so the video doesn't play. Hello. Yeah. So the message is only this, that Internet of Things, is such a magical thing which sets the data, and you can actually program your all the equipments based at your home and in your office and everywhere. And this can be very much associated with your device that is called your smartphone mobile, so that things will be automated and you have everything ready there. So now let's come back to the artificial intelligence. So what is this artificial intelligence? So there are three terminologies when it comes to artificial intelligence. One is called AI.
Pankaj, just a minute, Pankaj. Lot of people have their mic on. Please mute your mic, Miss Vidyut.
Milind sir.
Yeah.
Whoever is the host has an option of muting everybody's mic. So I don't know who is the host, you or Pankaj sir. Though he can mute everybody's from his laptop.
We can do that. Samiksha, are you online? Samiksha? Okay.
I'll just unmute.
Yeah. I'll tell Samiksha to mute all the mics. Hello, Samiksha. Pankaj, I think you are also co-host, right? Pankaj, you can mute.
No, I am not a co-host as of now.
Pankaj, continue.
Yeah. So I was talking about the three terminologies, that is called AI, machine learning, and the deep learning. So let me show you something here. Let me draw a picture here that how these three things works. What is this? Okay. So if I draw a circle here, the bigger circle here, and if I draw a small circle here, another one is the third circle. So this is called the AI, and in between this, below this, under this AI, there is another thing that is called machine learning. So machine learning is not a different one. Machine learning is within that AI, that is called the machine learning, and then in between that is called the deep learning, or that is also called the neuro learning. Okay. So this is what the entire concept of what is this AI, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence do have many other things also there. Yeah, many other things are also there. 1, 2, 3, 4 things. But yes, machine learning and deep learning, they work hand in hand along with this AI. Okay. Fine. So by now we have understood what is this Internet of Things, what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, and what is deep learning. So these three things comes under the one row: artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. So this is what the history of AI. So there were two people, those were working in Harvard. They were experimenting in the year of 1950. And then another person, that is called the Alan Turing. You must be knowing very well, the originator for the computer. Yeah, who also gave his lecture in 1950, and who spoke about the neuron, the neuronal building into the machine learning. That how this computation and the computer helps in terms of development of the artificial neuron, and that helps and the mimic whatever the humans are capable of doing. So this is the survey done by the McKinsey, that this industry, that is called the AI industry, the value creation by 2030 is $13 trillion, and which is going to disrupt all the industry, like retail industry, travel industry, transport industry, automotive industry, healthcare industry, telecom industry, in almost every industry. So this is what the magic of the artificial intelligence. Now I am going to take you to the little deeper part of this AI. What is this AI? Has two important components. One is called ANI, second one is called AGI. So when it comes to artificial narrow intelligence, second one is called artificial general intelligence. So what is the difference between these two? So the only important thing here, the difference is artificial narrow intelligence is responsible for doing any one function of artificial intelligence. And general intelligence, which has, almost all the functions, whatever the functions are there. So that is the, what should I say, the collaboration of all the functions, that is called AGI. So as of now in the world, all the devices are there in the field of artificial intelligence. They comes under ANI. That is called the artificial narrow intelligence. We do not have that AGI kind of things as of now in the world anywhere. So we are predicting that maybe from today onwards, this year onwards, after 10 years or so, we will be going to have this AGI kind of things. As of now, this is not available. So take an example of a smart speaker, self-driving cars, web search, AI in framing and factories, and wherever you see. That is the example of ANI, artificial narrow intelligence. Narrow intelligence means they are able to do the narrow type of work, a particular specific one or two functions. Not all the functions are available with one device or the one intelligence. This is the difference between the AI and ANI and AGI. Now, how this artificial intelligence works. So, friends, I will not going to take you through the deeper aspect of it, how this algorithm works and other aspect. But yes, at least we can understand this one. We are working day in and day out on our computer devices. So how it works? When you give any email, so that email should go into the spam folder, and this is what the application is. So there is a input and there is a output. So when you give this input A, you are expecting that output B. So this is how the intelligence works. So whatever the input you give, and after that input, what you teach them also that what exactly you should give me the output. So the expected output which is expected with this input. So that when it comes to, if you are putting an audio file over there, you want that audio file to get transcribed. You want the speech recognition of that audio file, or what do you want? You want to convert the language from English to Chinese. That is called the machine translation. So this is how the entire things happen. So this is where the input and output, both things are required, and this is completely based upon that how it happens. So the performance is much more larger when it comes to the entire picture. The traditional artificial intelligence, small, the neural net, and when it comes to the more data you provide, more comprehensive activity you will be going to get out of it. So now let me show you something. So can you see the picture here? Can you tell me the name of, I think you must be recognizing this is Milind Mangle. So the age of Milind in this image, what should be the age?
Pankaj, the image is horizontally stretched actually. You slightly reduce the width of the image.
Okay.
Milind looks like a builder.
Correct.
Okay.
Wrestler.
So are you able to see the face?
Yes.
So tell me the age of Milind in this picture.
This age when this photograph was taken.
Yeah. In this picture, not now, current age.
Say 30 years.
39.
39. Okay.
30.
So let me show you the exact age. This is what the magic of AI. So let me take you through.
I think Pankaj, that image is horizontally stretched. So will that make the difference in the prediction?
No, but in this, when I'm showing you, I'm going to take you through the different one. So there should not be a problem.
Okay.
अगर ये परफॉर्मेंस आप अच्छे से करोगे तो मैं गारंटी तुम्हें एक अच्छा सा गिफ्ट दूंगा और चूड़ियां भी दूंगा.
So hope my desktop, the screen is visible to everyone now.
Yes.
Okay, good. That's nice. So use your photo. So I am just clicking here. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Pankaj Virendra. Samiksha, I request you, will you please mute all the participants so that we can hear?
Sorry?
Samiksha, mute all, please.
Please mute all. There are 3 people who are not muted.
Hello?
Samiksha, please mute all.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. So hope you are able to see, use your own photo. So I am taking here, the millions photograph here, the photograph which we have seen. Okay. So this is analyzing the photograph, and this will give you million. Able to see your age here.
40.
Yeah, Milind, are you there?
Yes, I am very much there. Amazing, amazing.
Yeah. So this is one example. Let me show you another example of this. We have another photo also of Milind. So let me show you something also here.
That was absolutely precise.
Yeah.
Means when that photo was taken, you were 40 million?
Yes, yes, I was 40.
So this is another 1 million.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So guys, are you able to understand, this is what the magic is. You can predict the age also here. There are so many things are there, even whatever the food items you are having. If you put the any street photograph, something there, so it can be easily recognized. Okay. So you can also see your photograph and other things from there. Okay. So that is called howold.net. So
Which
the
was the
name
site?
of howold.net. So what I will do, I'll mention all these names of the site in my presentation also, so that you can even use this in your training program, whenever you are taking your MDPs or something. The person will feel absolutely amazing when you show them the photograph and the exact age. Yeah.
That's great, Pankaj.
Yeah, wonderful. So let's move ahead. This is what the face detection. Emotions also can be captured. When you make your facial expression like this, so this can be easily identified. But sometimes there is a artificial intelligence also have some loopholes that I would like to show you here. So this is what the Google, these two black people from Africa, it is identified as a gorillas. Can you see on the screen? Yeah. So these two people have posted their photograph on the social media or so, and that Google has identified them as a gorilla. So Google has to pay, huge penalty for this. And this is what the tagline was there, very much famous on the Twitter. So Google as a racist. So further later on, Google has apologized for this, and the person who was working for this, the algorithm for this AI, he actually worked upon those particular things so that this mistake should not occur in the future. Yeah. So these are the few things are there, right? So let me share with you some of the terminology in the AI. What are the famous terminologies are there? So this is what the machine learning and data science. So in the field of machine learning, the field of study that gives you the computer the ability to learn without being the completely explicitly the program. Another important thing is the more data you provide to the machine. There are two things. One is called supervision based. Another one is without supervision. When you put this programming supervision based, you put there that what do you expect a machine to do. But when you do not give any input and any direction to the machine automatically interprets so many things, and it gives you the important solution for that particular thing. The more data you provide, more insight you provide, you will get the more comprehensive report or anything, any analysis of anything. So let's understand this. That's how this concept came into the mind of a yeah. Hello. Okay. So this is this is inspired by the biological neuron. As we know about the nervous system unit, smallest unit, that is called neuron, has dendrites, axon in the body, and then axon terminals are there. The same, the concept remains same in this artificial the neural network. Here we are calling as a neuron, they are calling as a neural network, and this is what the entire the deep learning and this natural language processing NLP. So this NLP is not that NLP which we know about neuro-linguistic programming. This is called natural language programming. So this is what the deep learning. So here the round structure, what you see in the blue color, that is called the neuron. And this is what the neuronal, the neuron network is there. neural network this is called. And when it comes to the interaction of this, they talk with each other. Because this each in each neuron, that is the round blue colored structure, there is a programming is there. So they interact with each other, and that will give you the complete, solution at the end. Say for an example, this is taken an example of size of any house, number of bedroom and the bathrooms, whatever they are there, and what should be the price. So this is a new house or old house. So they fetch the data and they will give you the what should be the price of this house. So this is what the example of deep learning. So we have learned as of now about artificial intelligence, machine learning, and then deep learning. So this is about the AI transformation execute pilot project, which is for if you would like to establish, AI function in your organization. These are the few recommendations. I will not touch upon this more. Now coming back to the 3D printing, that is the revolution in the field of the healthcare industry, or especially what I can say the pharmaceutical industry per se. So now can you think of that one tablet or one capsule, they consist of 3 different molecules, and these all three different molecules are delivered or disintegrate, or the dissolution happens into the various timings in your the gastric flora when it comes to the distribution of the drug. So this is what the magic of 3D printing, which will be possibly helping in the future. So there can be, one of the molecule, if it is available in the form of the liquid, another form it should be in the semi-solid, and third one should be in the form of the powder or the granules. So we normally know the different delivery system, that is called time release, sustain release, control release, like this. So this can be easily done with the help of the 3D printing. That is the next revolution in the field of, the technology. So a lot of companies, they are using this, the AI kind of things, where the patches are given to the patient, those who are suffering with the hypertension, those who are suffering with the diabetes. So whenever they are putting their patches on their, shoulder or something like this. So whenever the blood glucose level goes down, that the patient is going to become a hypoglycemic patient, will see SMS in his, the caretaker can see the SMS. This is very much particular in the field of, particularly in the neurology, where the disorders like epilepsy or seizures, which are commonly seen, where the responsibility of, caretaker is much more. So whenever that seizure is about to happen, there is a, wristband is there, which is having the chip. So this keep on measuring the activity of, your impulse. So whenever this seizure is attack about to happen, this will send you the trigger, and this trigger can be sent to the caretaker's mobile, to the doctors also at the same time, so that you become sensitive for that particular patient, and you can even take care of the patient where the seizure is about to happen. So same thing is applied whenever, the timings of the medications and such things. So this is how these things are very much important. When you put a chip over there, the small chip will help you, especially when it comes to, this type of diseases, where the role of a caretaker is very much important. This helps a lot in terms of taking care of the patient. Now I'll be taking you through the very important point here, and which is my favorite one also, the disruption in healthcare industry.
Yeah, before that, just a moment. Yeah. Pankaj, can I request? Just I have sent you a few messages. Please read them. So there's a lot of interesting stuff happening in the world.
So, William, you're talking to me or in the group of our? Okay. So shall I continue, Milind? Hello.
Hello, Pankaj, am I audible?
Yeah.
I said, I think before we proceed further, maybe if you can at this stage revise the definition of what is AI, what is ML, and what is IoT, that would help.
Okay. So very good. So nice. So let me take you through few.
Just the definition. Just the definition.
Okay.
This is AI.
Okay.
This is ML, and this is IoT.
Okay. So, what is AI? What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is the intelligence where the machine can think, and machine will give you, the response of the solution of anything, whatever you want a machine to do, right? That is the artificial intelligence. Now, Internet of Things, IoT.
So that means here what we're trying to say is just like human have got intelligence.
Yeah.
So machine has the intelligence, and machine intuitively learns based on experience, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yes. So machine actually based upon the previous data or whatever the programming. Just say for example, chatbot. Chatbot is the very good example of AI. If you ask them whenever you go for any company website or something, there is the window pop up which says how can I help you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
one more example, Pankaj. Nowadays we see on a LinkedIn inbox, right? If somebody sends you a message, LinkedIn automatically proposes certain responses. So is that an example of AI?
Yeah, we can say that is an example of AI. Yeah.
Yeah, because LinkedIn automatically proposes certain answers. We can just choose. So that means that is something that is learned based on the maybe thousands of such questions when they analyze. Is that an example
absolutely.
of AI? Yeah, okay.
Yes. So when it comes to chatbot, you put a you can talk to them. Say for example Siri. Say for example Alexa or whatever you say, so that you will get that reply from the machine. So how this machine will reply? Machine will interpret based upon the data which is already present over there. They understand and they give you the solution within the fraction of the second. So for an example, the example which we have seen of the gorilla wala example, that example was there. So where machine will try to predict the nearby the best answer, nearby the best one. So I'm not saying that machine is absolutely 100% accurate, but yes, that gives you that 99% of the accuracy of that particular data. So that is there, but still there are still chances for 1% for here and there, like that example of Google which we have discussed. So that is called the machine learning. What happens in Internet of Things? In Internet of Things, your all the devices are integrated. They're associated with each other, and they give you, they make your job easy. Say for example, I'm in the office and I wanted to go back at my home around 7 p.m. and I want my coffee to be ready. Yeah, so I can really sitting in my office. I can send a message to my this coffee machine to prepare a coffee. By the time I am at home, my coffee is ready. I need not to wait for that particular thing to happen. So this is how we have seen this example of this Internet of Things. So like the example of Mark Zuckerberg, I wanted. Yeah.
Can I share one example, because I'm involved. I'm working with Niti Aayog, an application of IoT in pharma distribution.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so in this, what happens is basically, what is basically IoT is now. So I'm first explaining what IoT is. Suppose, am I audible? Can somebody unmute and tell me? I'm Milind Mangle speaking here. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let me tell you, right?
Yeah,
let us
audible.
say we all know if there are computers or laptops, and these laptops, they have got internet, then we can connect this laptop with each other through internet, right? So then that means what? There is a internet. These laptops are connected to each other by internet. Now just imagine for a moment. There is anything, any substance, right? Any substance, anything. If we can enable that thing, with an internet or with a sensor. Then that things becomes internet enabled. And then if we have few such things which are internet enabled, then those things can interact with each other. Just like laptop or computer interact with each other. Therefore, it is called as Internet of Things, because the things are enabled with internet, right? So for example, let us say this project which I'm working with Government of India, wherein, let us say, for the cold chain, for the vaccines, certain temperature have to be maintained. Then those vans have got sensors. and that vans have got air conditioners, right? And so what happens is, generally if the temperature will let's say go up, you will manually increase the cooling or do you reduce the cooling. So this is a manual intervention. So in Internet of Things, the things interact with each other without manual intervention. So let us say there is a van, and if there is a sensor, if the temperature drops down below certain level, then the air conditioner is automatically switched on in the van, right? So there is no human intervention. So the things are working on their own, right? Another example, let us say there's a huge farm or a field, right? Khet hai, and you want to water it. Now, when do we water it, right? When do we water it? So what is done is there are sprinklers. Sprinklers sprinkle water in the field, and there are sensors. Now these sensors are, right, inserted into the ground. Sensors are inserted deep into the ground. What the sensors they do? The sensor sense the moisture in the water. Now generally what is done, there will be some person who will be switching the sprinklers on and off. Now here there is no intervention of person. So the moment the humidity level or the water level in the soil goes below certain level, right, it is sensed by the sensor. The moment the level goes below certain level, automatically the sprinklers are switched on. So the sprinkler starts automatically, and then when the level of water comes up to a certain mark, automatically the sprinklers are switched off. You see, so this is here the sprinklers and the sensor, right? So there is no human intervention. These are all the things that are connected to each other, and it is functioning on its own. This is called as Internet of Things, right? And as I said, just along with Nitya, I am in this project. Yeah, Pankaj, thanks.
Yeah. So one more important thing, Milind, what you shared is very much important. And second important thing, in pharmaceutical domain, if we talk about, we have a lot of plants over there, though, where the drugs, all drugs and the tablets are manufactured. So in manufacturing plants, say for example, there is a machine which is actually giving, making of the scripts or the coloring of the tablet or something like that. So what happens, there, if you put there the sensor and the Internet of Things, so there are sensors are attached into that. So before this machine, is about to expire, before 6 months, they start sending a signal to the person who is the operator on the computer that this machine needs to be changed. So what happens? You can even, foresee the situation, what are the futuristic things are there where your investment can go. Second important things, when you see this entire plant where all the different machines are working over there, so if you just integrate that with the internet and the sensors, so many other problems can be solved in the plant or the factory. So this is what the magic of Internet of Things. So this is about, we discussed about what is artificial intelligence, we discussed about the Internet of Things. Now there are two more terminologies, what is machine learning and deep learning. Machine learning is what I shared with you. Machine learning is where you give the input and output. You give the input, this is what A, and we are expecting this output called B. So this is what the machine learning, you are making the machine to learn automatically, and then when you put a lot of multiple functions into that, and that is called the deep learning. Deep learning where the multiple neurons are associated with each other. So So for example, this is what I shared about the deep learning, where the multiple the neurons are there, they are interacting with each other, and that give you the final solution. So hope we are clear in terms of this terminology called artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and the machine learning and deep learning. Yeah. So
sorry to disturb you, Virendra here. I learned very well machine learning by you. Will you please explain a little bit more with example of this deep learning? What is the difference between both? How it will help us in training or L&D?
Training and L&D, I'll definitely touch upon the Virendra. I am just coming on that. Can I park your question for a while?
At least technical part on deep learning. What is the difference? Thank you.
So thank you so much for asking this. So deep learning is what, when you have the multiple, neurons and the neural network, which is giving you the comprehensive data and the comprehensive solutions, right? So say for example, you want to buy a house. You want to buy a house, and your criteria is, the house should be, the range is around 50 lakhs. So this is one. When you put along the multiple criteria along with that, my house price should be 50 lakhs, and it should be in the very posh area. My house, it should be the new one, and along with this, this should have the 3-bedroom or 2-bathroom, or multiple things are there. You put over there. So what happens? With the help of deep learning, you can find it out. The complex, the problems, and the answers are also there. So the multiple things happening, which is the help of deep learning. Yeah. So Virendra, can I move ahead?
Please, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I was talking to you about this 3D printing we discussed. Now, yeah, this is the one important thing here. The favorite one is called the Elon Musk. I hope that everybody must be aware about this name called Elon Musk, with the person who is, disruptive the technology everywhere. Yeah, we all know about Tesla. We all know about SpaceX. So there were two person in 1950, two doctors actually, not person. They are both are the neurologists. They were talking to each other, and they found this company called Nuralink, and they were looking for some investor for this. So in the year of 1965, they got the investor, and who understood the concept of these two neurologists. The name of a person is called Elon Musk. So this is the company or the organization which is working in the field of the artificial intelligence in the field of neurology. So what they did, they merged brain with the artificial intelligence. So what is the beauty of this, this disruptive technology, which is called the Nuralink, which is by the Elon Musk. So I'm sure this will definitely interest you all there. So this is which will help in terms of the early detection of brain disorders and the treatment of the brain disorders. So what they are doing, they have prepared a microchip and the artificial neurons. And these artificial neurons, say for an example, the size of a neuron is, you can say about 1,000 times smaller in the diameter as compared to your hair. I repeat again. So they have made artificial neurons. Each and every neurons is 1,000 times smaller with the diameter of your hair. So these neurons are inserted into the brain in the cortex area, and these neurons are the artificial neurons, and these neurons are helping in terms of understanding of the pattern in the brain. What are the neurological pattern, the neurons pattern, or the neurotransmitter patterns are there, and they are predicting the possible the disorders which may happen in the future. And this is what this Neuralink organization is all about. So in this company, which is called Neuralink, there are neurologists are there, neurosurgeons are there, neurologists are there. Along with this, there are computer scientists are there, and with the people, those who are good in terms of data analytics. These are the people, those who are working in the field of AI. So this is the integration of these 3-4 things: artificial intelligence, computer science, and the medical science. So they have developed a chip, a small chip over there. The size of a chip is very small. When they are inserting, these small neurons in the brain with the help of robot, and these robots are the robots those who are having the ability to find it out the 3-dimensional approach in the brain, 3-dimensional the vision in the brain, so that there should not be rupture of any blood vessel or the microcapillary in the brain. So it should go straight over there, and they are having this art. So this is what they have developed, the microchip, and which is very much successful in the recent experiment what they have done in rats and the monkeys, and they have got the US FDA approval also for this. So in 1920, this is the year where the first experiment they will be going to do with the help of artificial intelligence and in the human. And if this becomes successful, and this will going to disrupt the entire industry, the healthcare industry or the pharmaceutical industry per se. So what will be the consequences if they become successful? They are not only going to put it there in the brain, also they will be going to put it in the each and every system, where you can understand the predictability and the chances you can foresee whenever the disease may happen into that, based upon the pattern on the genetic coding and the codon. So this is what I was going through the white paper of this one. of this Elon Musk, where they mention about each and everything and the future possibilities also. Another important thing, I was going through the one of the paper of Harvard, as I am participating in some of the studies, the international studies of Harvard. So I was going through one of the paper of Harvard, you know, their medical science department, what they have done when it comes to the, especially the respiratory, you know, the disorders. They have seen, you know, around lakhs of, you know, X-rays of a patient, or say for that matter, the brain imaging of a patient, and they have given this brain imaging and the X-rays to the machine. So after understanding and reading about, you know, the patterns into the X-rays of a patients and the brain imaging, there are a lot of interpretations are there. So based upon these patterns, what machine have understood, they are going to see, they are going to predict not only, you know, the current situation of a patient, even the future predictions also they can be done. So this is what the magic of, you know, the artificial intelligence here, when you see about in the field of healthcare or in the field of the pharmaceutical. Yeah. So this is how about the Neuralink. So you can see here the insertion of this, you know, the chip and the artificial neurons there. So the entire robots is also very smaller. Even there will be a processor will be kept on the back of your, you know, ear. The small, very small, what I can say, it's a micro processor is there, which will also not be visible to the patient or anyone else. So this is inserted here at the back of the ear, which will record and which will give you the interpretation on your smartphone. So the neuronal activity you can see over there. So doctor also can see, you know, the kind of neuronal patterns are there. So this is what the disruption in the field of, you know, the healthcare industry, or when it comes to the entire industry. So now I'm coming to the artificial intelligence in the learning and development. So as of now, hope this is okay and clear to everyone. Can someone please unmute and tell me know something?
Yes,
Yes,
Pankaj
yes.
ji, it is very of interesting.
Yes, it's going on well.
Okay.
Instead for
Very good.
next part also. Please come. Thank
Good.
you.
So now AI in the field of learning and development. So now this is what, you know, our piece over here. So AI can help in terms of, you know, the complete transformation in the field of HR and the training. How this will be going to helpful with the help of data analytics. Data analytics will provide us, you know, complete information about the descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analysis for analytics for the future. So personalized that learning opportunities will be there when it comes to understanding the participants' learning style, learning need, or the curriculum wise. So this is not the one size fit all kind of that formula. So there should be a personalized learning will be there with the help of, you know, AI. The future AI system will be able to read the learning style and the learning preferences of each and every learner based on the retrospective data. What was the pattern? What was the learning style of that particular individual? Now, how this happens? This happens with the help of, you know, certain algorithms where we can make the machine to understand the pattern, learning patterns of an individual. So algorithm can be used to read the speech and the languages. So one device can speak in multiple languages. As a trainer, we cannot talk to the person. We may know the superficial language of about the Kannada, Tamil, even for Malayali or other language. But yes, when you put a machine over there, machine definitely going to speak, you know, without any flaws and the complete explanation of that particular person. And there is an integration of lot of, you know, chatbots are there. So this is what the magic which may going to happen. And this I was talking to you that AI in the field of HR, that is called the entire employee life cycle. When it comes to the selection, another important thing I would like to mention here, I did not talk here about one important thing that is called the blockchain. So blockchain is also one of the technology which will be helpful in terms of for the entire recruitment of a people. How this will going to helpful, you know, when it comes to the information is there in the block, and when this information is passed on, say for example, there is a CV. When the CV will come to you, this CV can be endorsed by all, the previous employer of that particular person. So if a person is coming to this any organization for an interview, if the CV is available in the form of the information in the blockchain, so that another company where the person can be hired can see the entire, the history of that person without having any, any changes or any manipulation into his CV or the past data. So this will going to be, one of the another, the disruptive things in the field of HR and the learning and development also. So when it comes to the entire life cycle of an employee, when it comes to onboarding to offboarding, for the understanding his learning need, understanding, his overall performance, and what is the reward and recognition of that particular employee, this AI will definitely going to be very, very helpful. Yeah. So this was the presentation for brief from my side. Any question if you have, you're welcome.
Hi Pankaj, Ashish
Yeah.
this side.
Yes.
Can you elaborate a little more on specifically on the role of AI ML on training and development?
Yeah. So training and development as such, is at very primitive stage. But however, there is a lot of, the possibilities are there. How the possibilities are there, where anything where the repetition of the work is done. Say, for example, we are standing and delivering a session. For example, you take any example for the therapy area like respiratory. So we are talking and we are explaining about the respiratory system. And when you see anything which is having the same pattern and the continuous, the repetition of the work where the machine can be implemented over there. So you can think of as of now it is not there. The only very few countries are there which is where it is implemented. But in India or the Asian countries, I see there is a lot of scope and the possibilities are there, where the things can be teach to the machine, and machine can do all these jobs with the any flaw, possible flaw in the future.
Thanks, Pankaj.
Yeah.
Could you share some sites where there are more reading materials or we can get more knowledge?
Yeah. Ashish, what I will do, I'll post some of, along with this presentation, I'll send you some of even the articles also there. So if you are there on LinkedIn, you can go through about my own articles I wrote on the artificial intelligence, the possibility in the field of L&D. So this was the heading of that article. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I will do that. I will request you to share with the presentation some more links, some more reading materials.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Pankaj. Wonderful presentation.
Yeah. Welcome.
Pankaj, one doubt. What I say, I don't know. I heard this by 2050, it is Google is going to take over entire this pharma. Do you mean to say here artificial intelligence plays a role? Yes, Google is going to.
2050, many more things will happen. Yeah, I said that we may not require. If you ask me, absolutely. Why? Because I said by 2045 is the singularity may happen. Singularity when the man and machine become one, so that there will be no need of a trainer even. There will be a machine only which will be inserted into the the only chip, small chip will be inserted, and you are sitting, the company is sitting, the server is keep on teaching to all the patients. Even there is no need to come into the face-to-face interaction. Everything will be will be communicated through that only.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. That's what I heard. I read this, so I thought, okay, probably is it once again because of this AI only. Once again, in future is going to be.
So there are few movies. If you just go and watch, you will get a lot of the There is a movie called Ex Machina. If you would have not seen, I would request, if you are more towards the technical front, please go and watch that movies.
Yeah, actually, they say we are living in a VUCA world. So a lot of volatility. Of course, the COVID is a different, natural way of this VUCA happening, and we are seeing it. But they say a lot of jobs are going to become obsolete. Like with AI coming, artificial intelligence are not required, but even the rest probably will not be required. Right. So a lot of jobs will become obsolete. So we should be actually forever ready to learn new skills, because we don't know what kind of jobs will be there 10 years from now.
Yeah. So let me share with you. In my home, my son and my daughter. My son, he is actually techno freak. He is pursuing his BTech from BITS Pilani. So I learned so many things from my daughter. Even she is doing coding and she is making a lot of games here. Today only she made one of the games. She was from last 4-5 days she was making that game. Today I played that game. She prepared the 7 levels of that particular game. So what I would say, it's not that to fear from the technology. Rather than I would request everyone, if you can just read and go into that, you will be going to learn so many things. So at the same time, this will provide us the opportunity also to learn and understand.
No, that is there. What I'm not saying it's a question of getting afraid or something, but what we are saying is that everything is going to be taken over by technology, right? So the issue is that we should be ready to embrace the technology, fine, but we should also be able to quickly adapt and learn new things, because otherwise we will be left out. You are obsolete. You are gone.
Yes. So yesterday when I heard the news of this one, you called this Zoom. I was exploring some of the other the medium and the platforms where we can conduct the same meeting. So I also come across 3-4 the Zoom like application, similar application. One is called the Blue Jeans. So I'm just sharing the name to all of you, which is pretty secured as compared to Zoom. And that's also the audio quality, the video quality is much better than Zoom. I saw that. I made my own account on that. I tried with a couple of my friends. The quality is superb. So if you would like to avail that the free web conferencing, you can use that. The name is called the Blue Jeans.
Blue Jeans, okay.
Yeah.
Hi Pankaj, can you hear me?
Yeah, कागलकर साहब बोलिए. नमस्कार.
नमस्कार. See, मेरा सवाल ऐसा है कि when we conduct training, language can be a barrier, especially when you have people from South in our group. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Now, I understand from what you have said so far that a South Indian speaking in his language, his mother tongue, his language can be converted into, say, a business language like English in no time, right?
Yeah.
You can help trainer understand him and train him better. Is that likely?
Yes.
Is that feasible?
Yes, very much.
That is one. Yeah, I have another question which I always think about. Are there any ethical concerns around, say, artificial intelligence, especially when the singularity happens, say, in 2045 or whatever year it is? Are there any concerns, ethical concern? I mean.
Yeah. So as of now, we do not have. Hello. So as of now, Nitinji, thank you very much for asking such a brilliant question. As of now, we do not have anything when it comes to only these cyber things are there, which are there. But when it comes to this AI kind of things, we are in the evolving phase. Whatever we are talking, many things are there as a possibilities are there. These are the hypotheses are there. But as we have seen this hypothesis, all whatever we are predicting or we are seeing, that has become the reality. So slowly and gradually, I think we should evolve into that also.
I just want to add something. Subodhya.
Yeah.
I'm Subodhya.
Yes, Subodhji, boliye.
Yeah. Microsoft has launched one voice identifier 6 months before, in the month of October or November, where a translator, a person will be speaking in one language, the machine will be translating and making the other person to it. The same thing Microsoft have already launched it, and they have started using it in US.
So not only the one language, there are device available which can convert. You need to just tell which language you want.
Yeah, no. Microsoft has started working on it, and it is on a pilot project which they have launched in the month of October.
Yeah,
I came to know about it. So just I wanted to inform about it.
Yeah.
And even Google is using this AI, I think so, because if we search in Google whatever, in all its application, whatever we are searching, the same message comes there. Means if I am searching in Google of a particular application, and if I go in another, either use the YouTube or Gmail, the same response is coming in the applications also.
Yeah.
So Google has already started using the AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are doing. In fact, the device that we use, multiple devices, the mics and the cameras, they are silently listening to us. They are watching us, and many times you will see that you have not switched on your device. You are just talking maybe with your friend or somebody, and when you open the internet, suddenly those ads will come up. They will pop up because the machine has been silently listening to you, and it has been conveying the information, and then you will get such kind of ads. There's also a company called Prellis Biologics. So they have already developed a 3D printed heart. Now it's small in size for the experiment currently, but then maybe in a year or two it is going to be now available in the market, and they are expecting a 3D printed liver by 2024. So the implication of this AI, in the healthcare is tremendous. So it's going to benefit a lot of patients because a lot of organs can simply be 3D printed. Pankaj, you gave example of the tablets. It can also be like maybe one brand we have, but we may have different patients. Somebody with a small size who doesn't want to swallow a bigger tablet. So he can 3D print a smaller tablet for himself. Of course, the raw material will be needed for that. So these can be various applications of artificial intelligence into healthcare. People are already working. The companies are already working on it.
Yeah, right.
Hello, good afternoon, Pankaj. Virendra here.
Yeah, Virendra, good afternoon.
Thanks a lot for a wonderful presentation. In fact, this presentation has led to many questions. You told us about AI and this learning that which will help us especially in how it will be helpful to us. Especially you explained that especially in ALC, employee lifestyle, in HR segment. But I am more interested apart from this translation or Google Translator, how this AI will help me in L&D. Will you please throw more light on it?
Yeah, Virendra. Let me share with you.
Thank you.
Good. So I shared about the concept that is called the singularity. So like Nitin Kagalkar ji asked the same question. So for example, that this is what I'm sharing with you the possibilities that somebody is onboarding in your organization. Yeah. So when it comes to the entire life cycle, and L&D is also one of the part of the entire the life cycle of an employee. So when it comes to that particular employee needs to be taken care when it comes to the L&D aspect or the training aspect. So there is a possibility that in the future that we may not require as a trainer, physical trainer over there. Yes. So only the thing is that when it comes to the futuristic thing, the chip will be which will be inserted into that particular person, and the person will be going to talk with that particular chip, and then he can go through the complete curriculum of your program. When it comes to chapter wise understanding, daily understanding, whatever the disease area, therapy area, whatever all the disease product pathology area, whatever it is. So this is what the possibility which I am sharing with you. This is what the more futuristic things are there. But as of now, these things are there. You understand about that particular person. So this chatbot and this artificial intelligence, what they does, they are going to helpful in terms of designing that specific, the learning as per the specific learning need of that particular person. So what I said that with the help of algorithm, with the help of these machines, this can be done. Yeah. Apart from this language things which we discussed.
Pankaj, good evening. Nishikant here.
Hi, Nishikant.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
Which kind of courses can help me to update myself for this AI? Which can help me to update myself in L&D?
Yeah. So there are courses are available. If you are there on Coursera, I would request you to go to Coursera. There is a course called AI for Everyone, which is by Andrew Ng. Andrew Ng is the engineer basically from Google, and he worked with a lot of AI companies, and it is very crisp presentation. He gave lecture also there. There are I think 5-6 modules are there. If you just would like to have the initial understanding of it, you can go to that. Another important thing where from I did this from this IIT. IIT people also, they have this small certification course. I don't know, currently they must be having, they are having this small certification course, 6 months of certification course, which you can do from the good institute like the IIT from Mumbai, IIT Roorkee. I think many IITs are having this program. So small 6 months of certification course, this will give you the initial knowledge, little deeper knowledge, because what I learn about the algorithms also. I know about the mathematical calculation into that also. So that they require a lot of time also for you to go through these modules and understand about that. So yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Pankaj.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Pankaj.
Yes.
Yeah, William here. William
Hi,
here.
Yeah, William. Hi.
Hi, hi. Good presentation, Pankaj. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
I would like to say a few things about this artificial intelligence. Three things I would like to clearly know in training and development. Okay. The first thing is, I would like artificial intelligence to code my trainees according to their emotional quotient, EQ and IQ. Okay, that is the first thing in future. Second thing is analysis of scope for improvement based on their academic and professional graph so far. As you said that analytical artificial intelligence always can do that. And third thing is that what kind of coaching techniques to be used and what career path is suitable for them going in future. Okay, so these are the three things I would like to get from artificial intelligence in future. Is it possible?
Yeah, it's possible. For that, you need to understand it. Talk to the people, those who are in the field of AI. You need to give them your requirement. Based upon that, they will prepare. It takes some time for them to prepare entire, the coding and the algorithm as per your need. They can customize it. It is very much possible.
Yeah, and second thing, what we are talking is trainer will not be required in 2050. Probably in 2050, Prime Minister also will not be required. Okay. Yeah. Because everything it is done by artificial intelligence, then anything is possible, correct? Yeah, so let us hope we can learn whatever is coming in our way and improve ourselves better way to improve our trainees for our learning and development. Okay.
So what I would request to my group, my training community, training friends, if you would like to have some, more understanding on this, I have certain modules which I have gone through during my IIT certifications. I'm happy to share it with you. Yeah, so there are modules are there, PPTs are there. If you are interested, and you can approach me, on my personal wall. Also, my number is 977000036. I am also a part of the group, our training forum group. So feel free to come to me, and I'm happy to share whatever I have.
Pankaj, Om Prakash, this side.
Yeah.
Pankaj, I would like to understand about two things. That whatever video-based training or interactive module which we use in training program, is this the part of AI? Is one, and the second one is what do you mean by prescriptive analysis? Some brief about that.
Yeah, prescriptive analytics, data analytics. It's a part of data analytics. Data analytics is, the field of artificial intelligence, which based upon the previous data that give you the future prediction, and based upon that the prescription. Prescription means certain guidelines, what you should do, what you should not do. This is what the answer of your second question. First question I missed. What was the first question?
Yeah, my first question is that we do use video-based training and interactive modules also in training program. So is that the part of AI?
No, that's not a part of AI. We cannot say that's a part of AI. So here, that computer-based training or the video-based training, whatever we are doing, that we cannot call as a part of AI.
Okay.
Yeah, can I just add something here? Milind Mangle here.
Yeah, Milind.
Can I just add something here?
Yeah, please.
See, when it is called as a machine learning or AI, when the system, right, is learning and changing the response on its own without human intervention, correct, and then it is machine learning. So our computer based, let's say you're doing training, that is you can call it as a computer based training, but not AI comes into the picture where the machine responds on its own based on the
try the experience of the algorithm. Yeah. Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.
Yeah. So.
Hi,
Yeah.
Pankaj. This is Vidyut from USV. I
Yeah.
am
Hi.
not very active on the forum, so many people may not know me.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for your effort that you've taken for this presentation. We've been talking a lot about artificial intelligence, and this kind of session from yours is some bringing back some memories for me. 2017, there was a person called Raj Dhyani from IIT Bombay, with whom I'd interacted. Do you know him? He's worked a lot on.
So I met him, but I did not interacted much. My professor was Professor Ramani.
Okay. So he has said that the pharma is not adapting it as fast as they should. And then he said, no, but there are companies who are going a big way in this, and USV should not lag behind. Unfortunately, nothing happened ahead. But do you know pharma companies who have, in a big way adapted artificial intelligence?
Yeah. So I was interacting with Dr. Preet Singh. Dr. Preet Singh, he is the managing director for Dr. Reddy's, and he is the head of all the plants of Dr. Reddy's. So he did a research particularly in the field of 3D technologies, and he is doing their plants are automated on the based upon the automation. There the sensors are fits over there. What I was talking to you about that. So he was sharing couple of examples like that. Earlier there was a lot of traffic jam keep on happening, and so after this automation the things have become very easy. Even in the plant also there are a lot of sensors they have attached, and this is one of the IoT kind of things which I was talking to you. When you put their IoT kind of thing sensor over there, and then this is what sending you a lot of recommendations what you should do, where the traffic is more, this should be done. So when it comes to a lot of the interventions, he made a lot of interventions there.
Mm-hmm. So any other pharma? This is, you said Dr. Reddy's.
Yeah. I think Sanofi has adopted this. GSK has adopted artificial intelligence into their plants.
Hi.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Who is this?
Even I'm Shivanand from Novartis. Even Novartis, we have adopted the artificial intelligence mainly for drug development, not yet into training. Yes, they are in coming days they are planning, but right now in drug development, data analytics and all they have used a lot.
Okay, thanks, Shivanand.
Yeah.
Most of the companies in R&D, clinical trials, manufacturing have started using AI, but in still a lot of companies need to think. But now after COVID, I think most of the companies will, and they must. Otherwise, the existence will become a question mark.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much, friends.
Sir, actually, this is
Yeah.
Shivakumar.
Shivakumar.
The first slide which was showing that machine can work like a human brain, that's what you said. And also the slides about singularity said that is about when man and machine can integrate. See, this is what
your
happened.
voice is very feeble. Yeah. Come close to your
actually,
mic.
This has happened in a real thing. What is that has happened is we are using the Android phone, everyone. And also we are just something small, we are expanding, then using the fingers on the screen and we are reading. See how our human brain also is work like a machine, like that it is now it is happened. So I was reading a small article in a paper. It was very small, no? So what is that I'm doing on the paper? I'm just keeping my finger and try to expanding. I was thinking, what happened? Why it is not expanding? What happened to my mobile? I was thinking that, but then I saw my mobile is there with my hand, but I'm reading in a paper. So today, as I said, artificial intelligence and singularity is already there. So just I want to say that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, Milind.
Yes, thank you very much. I think Pankaj, first of all, thank you for enlightening us on AI, machine learning, deep learning, and IoT. Answering those lot of questions. I'm sure this is a new field for all. What you have definitely done is you have definitely kindled right a lot of curiosity in our minds, so that everybody will go back and build upon further on these topics, and we'll think how it can be used in L&D.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and thank you all of you. I think we have 30.
Thank you, Milind.
Yeah, we're there. Thank you very much, all of you. Thanks.
Thanks, Milind. Thanks. Milind, thanks.
Thank you, Pankaj sir. Thank you, Milind sir.
All of you switch on your video if possible for a moment.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Pankaj.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Milind, I did not switch on my video because I got this link a little late.
But
I'm quite in a mess, not in a very presentable situation.
We'll be
right. Right.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
sir.
Milind.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Pankaj.
Pankaj.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Pankaj.
Thanks for joining. Thank you.
And I've also posted a link on the group, regarding a new video I just saw on the Twitter about the application of AI and Internet of Things on future food delivery systems. So you can open that link and see it on Twitter.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Who